Super hot, super hot, super hot, super hot.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Simply Indie. I'm your host for today, Roger Picorni, also known as @RogerFormer, and today we are going to be reviewing Superhot. Oh my gosh, this game is a Kickstarter darling, super highly anticipated, really interesting in one, its visual style, really taking a lot of minimalistic cues out of the book, and also in its gameplay style, because this is a game that is focused around the gameplay mechanic that when you don't move, the game and the time freezes, but when you move, or you shoot something, or you pick something up, time goes on. There was a demo put out that people adored, and now it's a fully fledged game. Is it worth your money? Yeah. The game actually panned out pretty well. Here's my thing about it. I went into this game pretty tepid, right? Because this is something that could have been so easily screwed up. It is a game based on one gameplay mechanic and one type of aesthetic, right? And that's something that if you don't really have too much depth to it, and you're not really smart with your gameplay design or the type of gameplay that you implement, the game could get super duper boring and repetitive. The novelty only lasts so long. Knowing this, the developers really went into this and tried to combat that, and it works out pretty well. I mean, the first part of this game is the story, and it's really the story about how you're getting sent this game called Superhot by one of your friends through this kind of email messaging system, and you pick it up and you play it, and like, this game's kind of cool. It's Superhot. It's the game you actually play where you're shooting people and time freezes, and it's kind of cool. And then the game kind of gets cerebral on you and kind of gets kind of abstract, and I don't want to spoil things for you, but it gets really kind of cool and trippy, and I like it a lot. That story, I would say, is almost like a tutorial, and the story is only 3 hours long, and to some people that might be a turnoff, but when I finished it, I was like, oh, is this it? And then I saw the words endless mode unlocked, challenge mode unlocked, and I tried those out, and that, my friends, is where the game really picks up. Don't get me wrong here, the story and the gameplay in that is pretty legit. It's something that is challenging. You really want to get it right. You really want to figure out these mechanics, and since there isn't really a legitimate story that is explaining why these people are here, and it's just kind of abstract and cerebral, you are kind of thrown into these positions that are akin to movies. So maybe it's a setup one day, or a train heist, and it becomes super cool to just open up a story mission and just see like, oh, people are shooting guns at me now. How do I get out of the situation? It's almost like a puzzle. And there's a certain charm to that, and there's a certain appeal to that. But then sometimes that appeal wears off. That's why I like the length of the actual story, because I think after that 3 hours, I think that the story would have started getting repetitive, and then it would have just been a mess. So I'm glad that it's at that length. You might think, oh yeah, an endless mode, that would be even more repetitive. It isn't. It really takes the ideas that the story mode gives you and hands to you, and you just roll with it. You're really trying to figure out the best way to take people out, the fastest way, the most efficient way. You're able to really memorize the area, memorize where the spawn points are, and you're able to have fun and just experiment with it. I spent over 5 hours in one day just playing the endless mode and the various challenges because it's so fun and inventive and addicting at points. It really ups the challenge. It kind of reminds me of almost the addiction of like a mobile game. You get a high score and you want to beat it. It's that primal urge to be better than yourself beforehand. The gameplay of this game, of course, is based on this time mechanic of you stopping, and then people start shooting at you, and you have to adjust the bullets, and you really have to kind of move around. It seems super simple and almost easy, but it isn't, and I think that's really a good testament to the AI. And the AI is really good because it does kind of adjust for the shooting and the timing of your character, so maybe if you shoot somewhere, they might move another way. It's really good, and it's not super simple and easy. And I want to attribute the replay value of this game to the types of weapons in this game. There's only like 4 types of weapons in this game. There's a katana, a pistol, a machine gun, and a shotgun. And you might think, oh, that's kind of bare bones. but it isn't. When you think about it, in this minimalistic style and the type of game that they're trying to create, this is the perfect amount of weapons and the perfect variety of weapons that really fit the bill. And there's a lot of variety with that. You really have to kind of figure out what weapon you want to pick up. You have to kind of memorize how much bullets each of these weapons have, how many bursts they have, and it's kind of becomes this mental game. I want to talk about the challenges for a little bit, because they do this cool thing where they take the levels from the story mode and they remix them, and they do cool things with them. One challenge mode is where you play the entire game with just a katana, and they also have speed runs and different random little stuff, and you're going to be playing these challenges, if you're into it, for a long time, because they remix every single level of the game, of the story mission. So cool to see, and there's a ton of content here, like so much content that you're going to be spending a lot of time, hours upon hours. That doesn't come without a negative, and that negative for me, the biggest negative, is that the fact the game has no music. The game doesn't really have any music to go behind it. It needs it, and I sincerely mean that, especially in the endless mode. Maybe not the story mode, maybe if they're trying to go for something more minimalistic and kind of forceful and cerebral, cool, that makes sense. But when you're going for an endless mode that's supposed to be like, okay, turn your brain off and just shoot people and have fun, and it's a horde mode and you're gonna have a good time, that needs some music there, and it becomes boring after a little bit. And honestly, if you guys don't know, or you don't know if this game is gonna be good or not, try the demo first, try it online, and then pick it up, because this game, it really is something cool. Might not be for everyone, but I like it a lot and I recommend it. What do you guys think of this game? Have you played Superhot? Have you played the demo? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Tweet at me at RajFormer, rajformer.com, all that jazz. Bye bye.